What does the science say? Science. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be diving into the carnivore diet and how I use it to get into contest shape for bodybuilding again. Trust me, this journey was all about meat, muscle, and lots of science-based strategies, biohacking. This is a biosphere. Biohacking sphere. Is that a word? I don't know. Anyway, so buckle up, grab a steak, and let's get into it. So first of all, why the carnivore diet? What's the point? Why carnivore bodybuilding? You'd have to look back to another video. Been carnivore now for 4.5 years. I've been basically trying to stave off mental health illness. I live with autism, severe spine pain. I've had a spine injury. I've had spine surgery. I've been through it all. You know, I don't need advice. I'm just trying to say the carnivore diet, the most effective intervention I can possibly use right now. And it's been smashing compared to what I was living like before. 20 hours a day in bed plus, not ideal, not fun. Am I the most energetic and healthy person as I am right now because of the carnivore diet? No, I'm not particularly energetic, but I managed to achieve quite a bit in spite of that. So I'm going to go into this, talk about a few scientific studies that kind of back up and kind of support my claims. A few from American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, other places like that, the Journal of International Sports Society, or whatever it's called. Anyway, so get to the point. The most obvious thing is the carnivore diet helps bodybuilding. For carnivores, it's great. It works really well. So we're talking here about a diet high in meat and animal fat for the most part. And let's talk about my protein intake. The thumbnail, the clickbait. You've clickbaited us. No, I haven't. I always make sure it's relevant to the video. But I aim for a massive 350 grams of protein per day. And that's like eating an entire farm's worth of animals. And in fact, a lot of that food did come from a farm with animals near me, which is excellent. So yeah, I'm fully in support of the regenerative agriculture, the locality of things, the seasonality of things. Meat is always about, animals are always about, so I eat meat all the time. Meat is seasonal. Great stuff. So why 350 protein? How did I get to that number? Well, I've been doing this now in terms of bodybuilding for about 15 years. I haven't come to this conclusion just by happenstance, just said, sod it, let's do 350 protein and see what happens. No, absolutely not. That has not what's been the case. What has been the case is I've carefully titrated up my protein intake based on my appetite, which is species appropriate, which is exactly what any of your favorite carnivore influencers will probably say. You know, eat meat to satiety, fat that comes with it, blah, blah, blah. My protein has landed me in the off season around 350 grams plus per day. That is what my appetite wants. What does the science say? Fuck the science. What have I achieved in spite of the science? It is tremendous. So my hierarchy in my own head, subjective first person experience of the world, mind study has been more effective than science. If I did what the science said, I would not have won my competition. So don't always trust or don't always take it with absolute gospel in terms of literature. Science is not everything, and what you find out about yourself along the journey. So I'm sure many of you carnivores out there watching this have probably found out we all have a slightly mixed diet, and that is the truth. Some have more dairy, some more eggs, some more fish. I tend to do more fish than most people. I seem to require dairy, believe it or not. Yes, there is a polymorphism, a gene that means that we require more calcium specifically. Do I want to be eating sardine bones all the time? Not really, not much fun. Do I have bone broth? Yeah. Is there enough calcium to sustain me and my activity levels, my bone regeneration, all that sort of stuff? No, there isn't. Sadly, there isn't. So sorry about that. I've done the experiment myself. Didn't work, so sod it. Move on. Next point. So what the science does say about protein intake is, this is the Journal of International Society of Sports Nutrition. They recommend at least 1.6 grams of protein per kilo of body weight for athletes in a cutting phase, so in a fat loss phase. Do I think that's enough? It could be. It could also not be. It depends where you're at, your stage. Are you digesting and absorbing all that nutrition? Do you need more B vitamins? Autistic people like me? Yeah, probably do. So that's probably elevated my protein intake, and that's one reason why I think my protein intake has to be so high in order to achieve what I want to achieve. Other things, more minerals. I'm sweaty as hell sometimes. Maybe just need more minerals. I don't know. Or could you just take an electrolyte supplement? Yeah, I do sometimes. Quite effective. I use Keto Pro electrolytes. Problem is, they're supplements. They're not replacements to real food. And I think food in its whole food form in a matrix, as it comes naturally, is optimal. So the 1.6 grams of protein per kilo thing for me in that scientific journal doesn't work, basically. But it may work for you, so don't take my word for it. My personal opinion for the average person, average, is 1.5 to 2 grams of protein per kilo of lean body mass. And that can be worked out by going to my channel, working out your lean body mass. I've got tons of videos. If you type in my username, then type in protein after it, it'll give you loads of stuff to look through. Nutrition tracking playlist I have as well. Check that out. It'll give you a good idea of what to do. I don't consult people through YouTube comment sections. It's a waste of my time. People don't follow the advice, or they are very overbearing. And me sitting here right now is enormously painful. So that's why I'm talking so quickly, to get through the information as quickly and succinctly as possible, because I know some of you guys have not got all day to watch a load of crap. Check out my site at competitionconsultant.com, where your journey to peak performance and optimal health begins. With a degree in human nutrition and over 15 years of training experience, I've guided more than 400 carnivores to not just meet, but exceed their physique and performance goals. Through personalised consultations, comprehensive ebooks and dedicated coaching, I'm here to ensure your success. Join the ranks of those who have transformed their lives. It's time to align your physique goals with positive health outcomes. Visit competitionconsultant.com today and take the first step towards the best version of. So, funny story. One day, I walked into my local butcher shop and asked for my usual order. The butcher looked at me and said, "Are you feeding a family of lions?" I said, "No, just one very hungry bodybuilder." So now, getting back to the serious note, fat intake was another critical component. Obviously, there's some cog in the middle, which other people copy my quote from. People copy what I say, then spout off their information. I don't know why. But basically, you have your protein and your fat. Yeah, either one is separate, as in they do separate things. You know, there's some crossover, but there's a middle bit where you kind of need enough of each just to sort of titrate you along. Too high protein, you get constipated. Everyone knows this. Too high fat, you tend to get the runs. But that middle bit where it's that sweet spot where you got the right balance between each, between achieving your health and physique goals. So my fat at its lowest got down to 120 grams per day. Fats are essential for hormone production, especially testosterone, vital for muscle retention and overall health. We need it to produce phospholipid bilayers of our cells, which are absolutely integral to our body and how we hold our shape and structure. Now, a study in the Journal of Endocrinology showed that low-fat diets could reduce testosterone levels, which we definitely don't want during a fat loss phase or contest preparation where we're trying to retain muscle tissue. Now, to keep me going on all cylinders, training, bodybuilding, hard work, tiring, hell, also very rewarding, which most people don't get to experience. Anyway, to keep my metabolism firing, keep my leptin levels as decent as they possibly could be, aid my recovery, my bodybuilding prep coach, Marty Rice from South Coast Powerhouse in Bournemouth in the UK, basically incorporated small refeeds of around 50 to 70 grams of extra fat on one additional day, and that'd be every 1 to 2 weeks. It might be every 10 days. It's just as needed based on progress photos, how my body feels, the subjective and objective markers, measures that I offer him through my check-ins each week. Very important if you're being coached. Be honest, people. If you're absolutely fucked, tell the person. Be honest. Say, "I'm royally fucked. It is hard for me to get out of bed this morning. I cannot even breathe. I have such little energy." Believe me, guys, when you get that lean, you do feel just like that. Now, the leptin signaling, the science bit. So leptin is a hormone that regulates hunger and energy balance, and periodic refeeding of this fat substrate that I was taking in, the 50 to 70 grams per day, was actually very useful to help maintain my levels. Now, this is according to research published in the American Journal of Physiology, Endocrinology and Metabolism. So it was well substantiated that fat can and does help regulate leptin levels within the body. Now, training well on the carnivore diet did require some adjustments from my end, so I had to decrease training volume and frequency occasionally just to manage the inflammation and overtraining that I was experiencing. It's hard to get your training bang on, as your body is a dynamic biological mechanism machine, which makes it so that you have to be on the ball. That's why, and again, a good coach is very important. So it's crucial to find the right balance. Now, a study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research highlights the importance of managing training load in order to prevent overtraining syndrome. However, as best as I could, up to maybe 2-3 weeks out, I kept the exercise intensity as high as physically possible whilst being safe in order to maximize my muscle retention. Intensity is key. It's what it all comes down to, guys. It's best for preserving this when you're trying to maximize muscle mass, preserve muscle, and lose fat in a contest preparation phase. Now, when I got below 5% body fat, it was hard. Life was hard. It wasn't much fun. Not much energy. I had to be much more careful, obviously. So training too close to concentric, isometric, and eccentric muscular failure could have been dangerous. Your body's not as well lubed up, if you know what I mean. And I'm not talking about your... So it's important to be as safe as possible when you're trying to go about these bodybuilding contest preps. The results, I achieved the best shape of my life as a disabled carnivore bodybuilder. Did I have any detriment because I wasn't consuming carbohydrates? No. Again, debunked on my channel with various different videos. Might link one above. You can check that out. I did the experiment myself. Turns out carbs are not helpful for bodybuilding, for my body. And it turns out all my clients as well. Every client I've ever had that incorporates carbohydrates to a substantial degree or an appreciable degree in their diet tends to not get as good results. So work that one out. So how did it all pan out? I got straight first from the judges. Feedback was great. I was in great condition. I retained good muscle mass, had good symmetry, and I had no real signs of wear and tear in my body in terms of this guy's got a spine disease. He's got 2 giant scars on his back and this, that, and the other. That just wasn't the case. There was nothing, no one knew anything about it. So just in case of shit, I kept my mouth shut and I thought, I'm going to compete against the big boys here and see how I fare. And now I could have done the disability category, realistically. The pride in that would not have been worth it, but I would not have known unless I tried it. But I walked away from the competition very proud of myself. And I do try to remain humble about it, but what I've achieved is beyond what I thought I could achieve. And that's why I'm smiling so much, because I get to sit back and enjoy, you know, smell the roses, and I can look back in 10, 20, 30, 40 years time and think, I've done something really, 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 really hard here, and I've endured the journey. And I think that's quite good for character building, because it means it can also transpire to other things, other endeavors, or other things which I'm looking to be passionate about in the future. So it means I've got grit, I've got determination, and I've got the work capacity of a fucking horse. So I know that about myself. Now, how do I get other people motivated? How do I get people on the carnivore diet to achieve what I've achieved? And probably so much more. I mean, I'm on the back foot here, guys. This isn't easy. And this isn't something you can just go about and do, oh, I'm 4% or below body fat. No, it's hard work. My goal of this channel is basically to get people from point A to point B in as much health and safety orientated, efficient focus as possible. So that means doing it in a way which doesn't harm the person. Now, commonly coaches will go around and just drop fat down to 0, increase protein a bit, get people eating, you know, cod all day, something like that, white fish, chicken breast. No, that's not for me. So I managed to maintain pretty good, decent carnivore diet, all things considered. And as you guys know, I've been doing this for a while now. I've been coaching people for a long, long time. And I just wanted you to check this ad out and just let me know what you think below in the comment section about, you know, carnivore bodybuilding. What do you think about it? Check out my site at competitionconsultant.com, where your journey to peak performance and optimal health begins. With a degree in human nutrition and over 15 years of training experience, I've guided more than 400 carnivores to not just meet, but exceed their physique and performance goals. Through personalised consultations, comprehensive ebooks and dedicated coaching, I'm here to ensure your success. Join the ranks of those who have transformed their lives. It's time to align your physique goals with positive health outcomes. And when you watch my videos, what is it that comes across to you most apparent? So this is an open floor. The one-off occasion, I don't mind people being a bit more honest than me. What do you guys want to see in my channel? What do you want to see from me as a carnivore bodybuilder to help expedite your results? So let me know in the comment section below. I'd be happy to try and look at that and see what I can do. Now, if I'm honest, if you're considering the carnivore diet for your next bodybuilding contest prep, I would give it a shot. Remember, it's not just about diet. I incorporate so many biohacks each day just to live, just to get out of bed in the morning. You know, red light therapy. You know, sometimes I do a cold shower, not very often. Not my favorite thing to do, but for pain relief, it is effective. It does work for that. It does do the job. There's other biohacks I also do. Obviously, the carnivore diet is probably the biggest biohack. Our species-specific, species-appropriate diet seems to work quite well. But there's many other things as well. There's things which are less and more important, but we can go into detail on that another day, I think. But anyway, if you wanted to book in an affordable consultation with myself to talk about any of this, on my channel, my website is compositionconsultant.com. I'll be happy to help through those means only. Otherwise, thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more fitness tips and adventures on my carnivore bodybuilding journey as a disabled, spine disease, autistic carnivore person, for what it's worth. Anyway, I'm going to roll the outro now, so cheers, take care. Build muscle and lose fat on the carnivore diet.